Yo, what's going on, everybody? Slice out from MaddenDaily.com, and this is Madden Tip Tuesday. In this tip, we're going to be breaking down how to lock down the halfback toss FB dive combo, but not just that. We're going to show you how to lock it down when your opponent puts tight ends at receiver and offensive linemen at tight ends, and what you need to do, the adjustments you need to make to lock this down. Now, this is something that was ran on me at the Madden Challenge live in California. For anyone that watched it, thank you all for the support. I did not fare well at the tournament, but I do have halfback toss FB dive D, and I lost to someone named D Jones, who was the #1 ranked guy on PS4. He went 3-0 in Cali, running the ball heavy. And I was surprised I was not able to stop it because, like I said, I have good FB dive and toss D. Something that we broke down on our Madden Daily website for premium members in the beginning of the year, and all of the best players use it to stop the toss and FB dive combo. The problem with it is that I was not ready for my opponent to put tight ends with good run block and impact block at receiver and a lineman at tight end. I was not ready for that adjustment, so I'm going to show you first the initial halfback toss FB dive D, and then I'll show you what you need to do if your opponent is running a type of heavy jumbo package of putting tight ends that could block at receiver, because it's important that you need to make a key adjustment when stopping that. So the play that we're going to show you is our go-to run D, halfback toss FB dive D that we broke down on our website. We're giving it to you guys here, and we're also going to make some adjustments. So we want to make sure we know that this toss dive scheme with the heavy package is going to spread because of the Madden Challenge, and the fact that I lost to it, I had to hit the lab to make sure I could stop it, and I want to share to you guys what I'm doing. So we're calling 3-4 odd to play pinch, dog, 2 press. You want to make sure you have outside linebackers that have good block shed. That's definitely important. We'll get into other important things later on with this play, but we're calling the play. What we're going to do as far as the setup is baseline. We're going to pinch the defensive line. We're going to spread the linebackers. We're going to play press coverage, and optional, we're also going to do the contain feature. It's not necessary, but we're going to locate where the weak side of the offensive formation is. Typically, that will have a isolated receiver on the weak side, which is the left side here in iForm Pro. What we're going to do is man up that left receiver with that corner. That way, we could go ahead and take the free safety and bring him down into the box without worrying about getting beat deep. You know, initially, this is a cover 2 zone, so we couldn't just take that safety down without worrying about getting beat deep. So that's why we manned up X. Now we're putting that safety at linebacker depth in the middle, right over the DT. If you think the FB dive is going to the right, we like to move him just a little bit to the right. If we think the dive is going to the left, we like to have him a little bit to the left of the DT. But this works perfectly if you're directly over the center at linebacker level. Now, as far as the toss to the right, it should get shut down because that outside linebacker makes a good push, plus the flat zone on that side makes a really good push to stop the toss. As far as the left side, same thing. That left of screen outside linebacker really does a great job at containing that outside, makes you have to force yourself to the left, and that's where we're going to clean it up with the safety we're controlling. And then when it comes to the FB dive, I'm showing you here, this is the FB dive to the right. We're going to play a little bit to the right. If we're expecting it. You know, if we have no idea if the toss is going right or left, you want to be directly over that DT, and you want to hold the left or right trigger to kind of freeze them, to pause them. That way, once we see the dive is to the right, we could shoot in. If the dive's to the left, we could shoot in left. But if you know for sure, let's say the dive is to the left, we're going to play just a little bit to the left of the DT, and we should be able to shoot right in that A-gap. So it's very, very good FB dive and toss D to either side, left FB dive, right FB dive, left toss, right toss. The problem, though, that I wasn't ready for was 2 things. A motion out of this iForm Pro, which is the right receiver motioning to the left. That makes that toss to the left extremely, extremely potent, and we still have to worry about the inside runs, either a halfback dive or a dive, and that's what D Jones was doing. And it wasn't just the motion, but it was the fact that he was motioning a tight end that way. So now we have 2 tight ends on the left against a corner on the left, and then that linebacker that was doing a really good job at containing the left side is now going to get picked up by that linebacker that you motion. And that's what D Jones was doing to me, and that's why I was having a hard time stopping it. So I'm going to show you that here. running the toss. We're going to flick it to the left, flick the run to the left, motion that tight end to the left, hike it. He should be able to block that linebacker, but even if he doesn't, the real issue with this is that when you have a tight end with really good impact block and run block, he's going to knock that cornerback on the left or whatever side you run the toss to almost every time. And not only does he knock him down, but then he goes ahead and tries to block someone else. So he'll go ahead and sometimes even block that safety. And it gives you a lot more space, a lot less guys on defense to make a play. So if you don't make a proper play with the user defender that you're controlling, or say you get blocked, you're screwed. And that's what D. Jones was doing to me and to everyone else. So what we suggest you do, if they're going to put tight ends at receiver, you need to match up and put safeties that have the best block shed and strength on your team at corner, especially the main side where they're running, which for D. Jones was the left. I should have put my best safety, my best strength and block shedded safety at corner since he had tight ends there, and I didn't. That was my problem, but that's what I'm suggesting that you guys do. And for the Bengals, I'm putting Sean Williams because he has almost 80 block shed, which is ridiculous for a corner. He has very high strength, and he will not get taken down by that tight end. And a lot of the times, he's still going to block shed. Cover 2 zones, you block shed really well against tosses, and that's why I love it. But the fact that I had a basic corner there, he was getting knocked down by D. Jones' tight end every single time. But you're going to notice that once we put a safety there with good block shed and strength, he will not get taken down. Not only will he not get taken down, a lot of the times he's going to seal off his block and make the tackle for us to the outside. Very important. As you've seen, he block shedded off the corner, off that tight end, and made a play. We didn't even have to do anything, but we were there to clean it up. So all we have to do is really clean it up. We don't have to force ourselves to make a one-on-one tackle. This should be good D again. And that was with a safety at corner. Here I just put a cornerback back at corner on the left, and he's going to get trampled. Not only does he get trampled, that tight end goes ahead and picks the safety. If we would have missed that tackle, like right there, boom, 40-yard play. Just like that. And that's all because the tight end knocks down that corner, then goes to the second level. He got the safety. If we would have just went a little bit more to the outside with that running back, that could have been a touchdown. There was nothing we could do. You know, even though we had a good setup to stop the toss and the dive, and I did in California to stop it, but I was getting killed. And it's because I had weak cornerbacks against tight ends that could block. And that was my fault for sure, but I want to make sure no one else makes that mistake. So that's why I'm posting it for Tip Tuesday. And I want to give you as much additional information on this D as possible. Like if your opponent's having tight ends at receiver and a lineman at tight end, I should have sometimes mixed in a cover 0 man blitz because he doesn't have as many passing options on the field. D. Jones did have Gronkowski, so I would have had to worry about him anyway, so a cover 0 might have not worked with safeties at corner. But say your opponent that you're facing doesn't have good pass-catching tight ends, but they could run block well, why not put both safeties at corner and then play a cover 0? And, you know, the tight end is a lineman in this case, so you could play on the strong safety. You don't really have to worry about the lineman beating you deep. You could play on the left free safety. It's a running back that you're guarding, so you're not going to get destroyed in the passing game that way. And then another thing I love about cover 0 is don't base align. Because if you don't base align and they're motioning a receiver from right to left or left to right, that corner is going to follow that receiver's motion since we're not base aligning. So they're going to have one less, or we're going to have one more guy in the area, and it's one more guy that they need to block, which will make the run D even better. It's something I should have done as well that I did not do at the tournament. But again, I'm letting you guys know, if you're facing a jumbo, run-heavy set like this where they're putting tight ends at receiver, why not mix in cover 0? You could get away with blitzing 6. I would probably pass commit if I'm blitzing 6. That way, if they run a play action, either the outside linebackers or that middle linebacker in the B gap will come in. So you're stopping play action. You're stopping the toss to the left and right since you have the safeties guarding the tight ends now. You're stopping the FB dive manually since we're pinching the D-line. It's the perfect D. You have the pinch D-line to stop the dive, the spread linebackers to stop the toss, safeties at corner so that they don't get trampled against the tight ends with good impact block. And then with this cover 0, we're not base aligning, so if they are utilizing motions, we're not going to be affected by it because that guy will follow the motion. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about this 3-4 odd defense, something that we broke down in our premium membership, but I wanted to go into a little bit more detail and share it with all of our subscribers because you guys got to see me lose against this, and that was frustrating because I really feel like I was better than how I played. Fitzpatrick did screw me a little bit at that tournament, but I lost to this scheme. I felt like I had the proper D, but I made some stupid mistakes by not making key adjustments, like putting safeties with good block shed and strength at corner to go up against the tight ends with good impact block, and then also not mixing in a cover 0. So this is everything you need to know. If you have a 3-4 playbook, this D will work great on stopping FB dives, tosses, and runs up the middle. So if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button. Really appreciate it. I also really appreciate every single person that supported me throughout this weekend for the Madden challenge. I didn't get it done, but I really do appreciate the support. I promise I'll be back, or at least someone from Madden Daily will be back for the next big tournament. Also, one last thing, fellas. If you want more tips like this, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to go check out MaddenDaily.com. Every single week we post nothing but fire. This week especially, I think we just destroyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more, again, check out the site. And until next time, it's lights from MaddenDaily.com. Later.